and I stay strapped like Rambo. Nigga go to work in a Lambo. I done peeled off in a Lambo. Bustin' down plays in a Lambo. And I stay strapped like Rambo. Nigga go to work in a Lambo.
Yo, this your boy Rampage, fresh off that Team Platinum movement. Fresh off that...
Mic check, mic check, mic check, mic check. Yes, yes, y'all, we back in the place to be. This is episode 9. Episode 9, y'all. I almost made it to 10. Almost made it to 10. You feel me? But we at episode 9, and we got a special episode here for y'all tonight, man. But y'all already know how I gotta start this off. It feels so good to be back. Went solo on that ass, but it's still the same. You already know, man. It's LCF with the Work in Progress podcast. And y'all already know, man, I gotta start it off, with the sponsor. Shout out to Flood the Block. You see I got on his gear right now. The kids stay fresh in that Flood the Block gear. And he's not just a sponsor of mine, but he's also a good friend, a partner, you know what I'm saying? Big friend of the show. Shout out to Flood the Block. We always flood the block, and I miss to go to work. We flood the block and go to work. You know what I mean? And today, we got big work in the building. We got work on the table. We got work everywhere. Man, it smell like work up in here today. I'm telling you.
Tell him.
Man.
Senti bon.
Senti bon.
Senti bon.
Boy.
Where on that?
Hey. Listen. You know it's a special episode when I got Ben Hop sitting on my show today. Listen, man, this ain't never happened before. This ain't never happened before. So when I tell you this is powerful tonight, this is powerful, man. I got my brothers in the building with me today. This is what unity looks like. This is what unity feels like. This one right here, Putu Aisienyo, man. We gonna lead the charge, and we gonna show them what working together really look like. You know what I'm saying? Because we gotta lead by example. We definitely in a time right now where we gotta lead by example. And right now, you start in a small community of people. You know what I mean? Under this building, we got, I was going to save this for later, but I just got to say it right now, man. Like, you got to understand, like, I'm a Haitian American host. You feel me? That got his podcast on a station that's owned by a Haitian American. To where we have
Two Haitian Americans.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're right.
And we here, dog, and we got, really special guests right now that's Haitian American. You feel me? That's like big business. Mm-hmm. And it's under one roof. Like, these are different platforms we got and under one roof. And it's enough of us to do business with each other. It's enough of us to always keep the money circulating and business circulating in our own community. And I feel like I had to get that off my chest before I even went into the show, because this is a powerful episode right now, man. But without further ado, I'm gonna let my guests, introduce themselves. I ran into these brothers once before. We did a quick, quick little 1-2 while we was outside, on my special segment of Working the Streets. But we back in studio officially, for the big episode, you know what I mean? So I'm going to let these brothers introduce themselves, their business, and what they do, because I can only do so much justice. They going to really take it home for us tonight. All right? So make some noise. Hey. Let's go, man. Let's go, man. Introduce yourselves.
Run it up real quick. First of all, I just want to thank y'all for inviting us to the radio and, just being part of this movement. You know what I mean? Coming together. And, we from the 305 all day. So, born and raised, graduated from Miami Norland Senior High. Mm. You know what I mean? And went to college abroad, and really went to school up in New York. My name is Chef Michel Desrosiers.
Hey, Mezumi.
But, a lot of people know me as Mike, growing up. But, I'm going with the moniker Chef Michel. And that's what it's all about. I was taught by my mom, a cordon bleu chef, out of Haiti. You know, we represent, you know, Port-au-Prince and Jacques Mel.
There you go,
If you're
Jacques Mel.
familiar with
Yes.
Jacques Mel, you know, one of the most beautiful places in the world. The best food, obviously. And that's where we at with it.
There you go.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And look, that's my big brother right there. No play. That's my real big brother. My name is Greg. I'm the sous chef, also co-host of the Legacy Builders podcast. You know, we can chop it up about that later too. But yeah, that's my big brother, man. And Chef Michelle is what it is, bro. So at the end of the day, you know, we've been doing a lot. And this guy right here, he's been baking, cooking since he was 15 years old. You know, so you know, you don't always find somebody who can bake, cook, and like there's nothing he can't make. You know, there's nothing he can't make, from having contracts at the Orlando airport, making danishes when he didn't even know how to make danishes. You know what I mean? So you know, it's been a long time coming, man. And thank you again for having us. I just want to repeat what my brother said. Thank y'all for having us on the show. For real, it's an honor to be here and to allow us to get the word out about what we got going on.
No, absolutely. Because I mean, what y'all got going on is major. You know what I'm saying? It ain't something small. To just the way how, like I said, from day one when I met you fellas, the way y'all presented yourselves, the way y'all presented, you know what I'm saying, what you had to bring to the table, and that was just some pate. Like it was just some pate. But you already the presentation, they had the pate in a box where you had to unravel it. You know what I'm saying? Just that alone shows the time and dedication you put into your craft. You know how much you love what you do, and it comes across in the food. You know what I mean? It's always gonna come across, you know, how you treat your craft. You feel me? And it's about really respecting your craft. And so I'm honored to have fellas in here that really respect their craft, and we finna jump into it, man. Like, how was it? How did you get into this craft? You know, I know you said your mom, you grew up, your mom was always, but how did you fall in love with it? You know.
Well, that's a good question, because no lie, I'm like maybe like what 5'9", and you know, and right, and I mean I was dunking girls, I was talking about trying, you know what I mean, we was like playing basketball outside, but I had to go get them cakes, man, because my mom basically you know made a name for herself, just going out, letting people know who she was, basically. I'm just doing what she did, you know, where she let people see what she was all about, and the food really spoke for itself. So I had to grow into it, because I was supporting her business, and how, you know, we never really needed for nothing, and we were fortunate because of her growing up in Miami in that time when Miami really, you know, became Miami, coming up in the mid 80s, you know what I mean, like early 90s, that time. But to answer your question, really came back where, you know, I was already baking and doing all that since I was 15. But after 9/11, because like I said, I'm a survivor of 9/11. So
Survivor, like, worked in the World Trade Center, so it's,
like
Wow.
got out covered in soot, like running for my life, that whole situation. So from that, you know, I had to walk away from a career in finance, and and I just kind of came back home. My mom was in Orlando at the time, so I went back to Orlando, and we went back to the streets in Orlando, and then I ended up getting a contract, like he said, with the Orlando airport, doing the pastries again. But then when we opened the restaurant, that's when I really got into the food. You know what I mean? And then I had to force my mom to measure everything. I was like, look, if I'm going to pick, you know, I mean, I know how to burn a little bit, but now it's like crazy, man. It's like second nature. And now what I found out, instead of just cooking, I'm creating new menus. You see the stuff I sent you, like extensive menu. Like, I love Asian food, but I really get into Italian food. You know what I'm saying? I love Italian food.
Okay.
Tell them about that patty you made.
I have a Capri patty that at some point we're gonna have to come back. Y'all gonna have to try that Capri patty, because it's like, you know, it's crazy, man. But anyway, the love came from just like surviving 9/11, and then starting my own business in Orlando, and then, you know. And now it's it's more of a passion than anything, you know. I love to write, but I equally love to cook and create now. Like I'm doing my own menu. Like my stuff I make, you're not gonna find that nowhere. So. Yeah.
Word. Nah, man, listen, you touched on a lot of things. I love that you did that because it's like you kind of setting up how my show goes anyway. You feel me? Because this is the work in progress podcast. So, you know, we want to hear about the grind and the stuff that you had to endure to get to where you at today. Absolutely. You know what I mean? But we going to start in the beginning. I want to know, like, you know, how was it for y'all growing up, you know, in Miami? Like you said, it was, you know, late 80s, you know, mid 80s, late early 90s. What was the vibe like? Because that was here, where you guys were. That was here. Okay.
Not too far from here.
Right. Because you know, I, you know, like I said, I'm you know, the middle child of 6 brothers and sisters. Yeah. You know, so I got older brothers and sisters. I was born in the late 80s, but mainly grew up in the 90s. Yeah. But with my big brothers and sisters, I was able to watch them and you know what I'm saying, how they navigated. So how was it, you know, growing up, the household, you know, was it mom and dad in the household, or was it, you know, was it one parent? You know, you guys grew up in a parent house, because we all grew up in a Haitian household, but the dynamics is always a little different. You know what I'm saying? So how was that growing up in a 305 in those early years where being Zoe wasn't accepted?
Not at all.
You know what I'm saying? Being a Zoe wasn't accepted. I remember my brother running for his life. Have to run home. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's a lot of people
that's real life.
Yeah, it was real life.
I found out was Haitian after I grew up.
Yes. Yep.
The crazy thing is, you know, like you said, a lot of times you found out people were Haitian later. Because now, look how excited and proud we are to be Haitian. You got to talk about, like, the people that paved the way, the ones that wore it proud. You know, I have a Haitian flag on my arm. You know what I mean? Like, like back in the day when we were coming up, that wasn't a reality, you know, and we were never, I don't know, it's crazy because I have to give my mom a lot of thanks, because I remember when I was probably in the 5th grade, you know, and we were at a supermarket, and, you know, my mom, she's speaking Creole to me all day, you know, and I think there was someone in there I knew, maybe a girl I had a crush on or something, and she's speaking Creole, like, hey, Shay, pase esa muy by, and I'm like, mom, what? She hit me upside my head, like, yo, don't you ever, you know what I mean? And that was in the 5th grade, so it was then that I really began to have a love for who I am and my culture, because we are different, you know. Growing up, our last name, you know, you heard him say it, loud and proud, right? Chef Michel Desrosiers. When we were growing up, there's a lot of people that I grew up with don't even know my last name is Desrosiers. They call me Desrosiers. Yeah. When you say Desrosiers, it's like, who's that? Right? But someone asked me one day, well, why don't you say your name the way, you know, it's supposed to be said? And I said, well, not everybody can say my name.
Right.
And they said, well, have you ever met someone named Jesus? I said, yeah. Have you ever heard someone call him Jesus? Nah.
Right.
You meet a Hispanic named Jesus. His name is Jesus. And it was then that I really fell in love with my name also. You know what I mean? And I'll let you talk about the upbringing, because you want to know about the upbringing.
Yeah. Just to touch on the whole name thing real quick. I was the same way. You know what I mean? Like, you know, now, because Alcee, people know me as Alcee because that's my last name. That's my last name.
Okay.
That's my family name.
Okay.
You know, so that's the persona dope. I took as an artist. Oh, wow. So I always kept my family name in the whole artistry. But my first name is, I'm gonna say it the American way first, is Fridler.
Oh, he got a Haitian name,
yeah.
boy. He got a Haitian name, boy.
So Fridler said no man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, but I was like, yo, who has this name? Where'd y'all get this name from? You know, so growing up, I didn't like my name. I always said, yo, once I turn 18, I'm changing my name. You know what I'm saying? Like that was like I was stuck on that until, you know, like as I got older, and it just became. It's what made me unique. Right. It's what set me apart from everybody else. You know what I'm saying? It went from, you know, wanting to be accepted to nah, like this is my superpower.
Right.
This is what makes me stand out. This is what makes me special. You know what I'm saying? And then having it being such a Haitian name, you know, and then other people drawing to it. Of course, the kids made fun of it, but then as I became an adult, like every adult was fascinated
By the name.
by the name.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? So I see I know exactly how you felt, man, and it's like you really gained a sense of power, you know,
Right.
from the name that was given to you from your parents.
So much strength from that, for sure.
No, for sure.
And I thought Benjamin was bad when I growing up. That's my name, Benjamin.
As a blunt,
I got a Haitian.
as a blunt, the slave owners passed down that name.
I say my mom called me Benjamin. I thought that was bad. Feet left.
We left.
Should have
Listen,
told me that, dog.
bro, that's not even,
got him now.
bro. Before that, my old, cause my dad name is Fritz.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's
Fuis.
Fuis. My oldest brother name is Fuito. Frito.
Lord.
Yeah.
That's
So
some serious Haitian.
yo,
boy.
see, so originally my old boy was gonna name me Vito. Like that was his first go-to. Like they tell me the story every time like that I was born and the doctors say, "Oh, what's his name?" And my dad says Vito. And everybody in the room said Vito. So then I guess him and my mom agreed on Fweedlet, which was, you know, hey.
We here now.
I'm here. Yo, facts.
Nah, man, but like coming up, I mean, I was born here, you know, in Jackson Hospital.
Yeah.
The original Jackson.
There you go.
The original Jackson Memorial
You know what I
Hospital.
mean? And
Yeah.
so with that, you know, we ended up going to Haiti. He was a baby at the time.
Yeah.
But we went to Haiti. I was down there with the whole like baby dog like.
Yeah.
Like I was there for that. You know what I mean? Like it was like, you know, people running for their life. These guys walking around in mink coats and everybody out there starving. So
Yeah.
it was a situation. But anyway, man, we was there for about 4 or 5 years in Haiti. You know, me had the feeling.
First language, French.
Yeah, experienced that.
Oh,
Come
okay.
here,
No,
had
that's
to learn
dope.
how to speak English, the whole thing. So I came back when I was about like 7, 8 years old, and yeah, like you said, it was interesting because people was like telling me about, you know, stuff we've been hearing in the news lately about people eating this and people. I don't know nothing about that. You know, we're fortunate. We came from a prominent family. You know, we were able to like, you know, my mom's last name is Blaise, Blaise. Blaise. And so, you know, the street is named after them over there in Pas Blaise. So we were grateful. But coming to Miami, man, and experiencing the trajectory of everything that happened here, you know, people was, them cats was, it was happening.
It was
You know,
happening.
you know, people was getting active. And one of the things that's, like you said, set us apart is like, we grew up in a Haitian household.
Yep.
As soon as we got home, all that English, my mom, I spoke to her in English. She responded in Creole.
Yeah. Same.
I just want to add something to that. So, because we're at this generation now, and you guys have kids, do y'all speak like? Because I noticed that as you go down the generations now, like we are not speaking as much Creole with our children. Are you guys
Absolutely.
like strictly?
They actually, he got like flashcards,
Right.
And then we also have like shows that we have them watch.
So make them sure to make sure, because you know there's a lot of like Haitian kids, they don't even know how to speak Creole. They may understand it,
Right.
but they can't speak it. Right.
Some of them don't even
And
understand
I blame
it.
the generations because if
Like
we're
us.
not continuing,
Yeah.
because like you said, Mama, that's all they spoke was Creole with you.
Right.
Yeah.
So okay,
Yeah, you
that's
got to
good.
be intentional.
You
There you
have
go.
to be
You got to
intentional.
be intentional about making sure you pass that on to them.
Yes.
You know, if you see
'Cause
some of my
otherwise it'll get
videos,
lost.
you'll see my daughter in the kitchen with me. You know, my son is hanging around. You know, I'm giving him the game. You know, and same thing with him, with football and his son and what we're doing. So the most important thing right now, what we want to do is showcase the skill set.
There you go.
Like you said, you know, the presentation. I'll tell you right now, I'm not selling $1.50 patties. So you know, somebody said, you know, I'm gonna give you a really nice presentation. Like you can give these things as gifts, different things like that. The catering is really where I'm really pushing. if you have like a show or if you're doing like a production and you want some real authentic food, like I said, it's a lot of fusion happening. I have the authentic Haitian food, obviously, because that's my base. But my craft is, I've been really putting together some really great options and different things like that. Another thing, I actually just went through a fast. I just dropped about 20 pounds.
Congrats,
so
congrats.
I'm creating. Thank you. I created a ageless kitchen meal plan. So we're gonna be coming out with the meal plans, and folks will be able to tap in. And you wanna, because we learned a lot of things about even what we ate.
Right.
Right.
Growing up may not have been the healthiest, but what I'm doing is I'm tweaking it and giving you healthier variations of it. I'm still, I'm still gonna eat the griot from time to time.
Oh yeah.
But like right now, I got some stewed turkey back here. We also do a tasso den, like tasso turkey. That's like a griot. But
Ooh, that's my
Yes, I
favorite.
love it. I love
That's
it.
my
Like-
favorite.
love
That's
some
my
tasso
favorite because I don't
turkey.
eat the pork. I don't eat
Yeah.
grill, so that tasso
Yeah.
is it's my go-to. That's my go-to.
Let me ask you a question, Chef. So there's a lot of chef like shows on TV. Have you ever like looked at them and kind of put your 2 cents in them? And I'm saying like when you see these chefs on TV, or do you say, man, I could do a better job than what's his name, Ramsay or whatever these people are?
Nah, I mean, when I see like a Ramsay, that's like, top tier. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? You gotta respect old boy with that. But a lot of times with things you be seeing on TV, bro, it's TV, bro.
It's just made for
production.
TV.
Like they do the stuff, but some of them, I'm not saying that it's all of them.
Okay.
A lot of times you say, oh, we got 5 minutes left on the clock. You know what I mean? And then like for instance, I was watching this show the other day, and I don't remember the name of it. And they were going about like these, 5-star Michelin star and all of that, and the stress that these chefs are under.
Yeah.
And you can get the star, the Michelin star, but then you can also lose it. So it's upkeep again. I want to maintain myself at a high caliber, but I want to have fun. One of the things about being in the kitchen with my podcast I'm launching, in the kitchen with Chef Michel, and I'm working on some ideas of creating a show where I can bring the hip hop, our culture into the kitchen with me.
Right.
There you
So I
go.
don't want to give too much of it right now because
Right,
we're
right.
still working on it. But it's about having fun. You come in the kitchen with me. I'm gonna be working with artists. You guys come with me. Bring some guests, special guests. We actually have a tasting that's gonna be coming out soon. Where my main focus is doing like tapas, like small plates. It's coming out with the cafe that we're gonna be working on pretty soon. So it's gonna be doing like smaller plates, but like flavor just like bow. And you're gonna see in a minute what I mean.
like
by
Yeah. That to follow up Ben Hop's question, because as an artist, we have inspiration. We watch, different artists, and we
Right.
take from different
For sure.
different artists and stuff like that growing up. I mean, I know your mom was your biggest influence. Were there other chefs that you watch in the game that you studied or that you like what they did?
Emerald, nigga.
Emerald.
Emerald Lagasse, man.
Okay.
Yo, bang, man. I was sitting there watching that guy, man. I was just like, oh, man, blown away. And then I actually, so I work in emergency management, okay? So in 2005, I went down. I was actually there for Katrina. And then we could have another talk about this because I seen some things or whatever. But anyway, my point is, when I was down there, I was always, curious because we don't get a lot of the history because I love
We
history.
don't.
I love
Right.
history.
Right.
So I got to be careful how I say this because some people may feel a certain type of way about it, but it's a
No,
girl, it's
no.
a girl that I knew.
On this show, you speak how you feel.
It's
'Cause
a
we-
girl.
part,
It's
yeah.
a girl that I knew down there. She's like about my complexion, and then I'm talking to her, and I was like reading up on the stuff because I wanted to know what's the difference between us and them. Like, what's the Creole over there? Like, where's all this stuff coming from? Because I
Right.
only know one Creole.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
What?
Right.
70% of African Americans in New Orleans are Haitian descent. 70%.
Wow.
And so I told her, I was like, we were working together. I was like, you might be, like Creole. What? Almost lost it. Because there's more like related to like a skin tone and different things like that. And then she was mistreated by a lot of people that was in that movement. You know what I'm saying? I was like, where I'm from, we all like whether Grimel was we say like kind of like mixed or whatnot, mulatto type situation. Creole is a culture.
Yeah.
It's not like that. So I try to educate her and let her know. But yeah, man, it's the Louisiana Purchase. If you look into all of that, like Haiti played a major role in where we are as a country right now.
No, that's a
definitely.
A lot of people don't know that.
Yes, and I always said that Haitian people, we come in all different colors. Yep. Even when I moved down here, right, and they found out I was Haitian, I'm like, they were like, "You Haitian?"
Yeah.
I'm like, what that mean? Like,
You don't look Haitian.
They're like, "Oh, you look Cuban, or you look Puerto Rican," and I don't know, I don't know like a lick of Spanish, but I'm like, no, we come in all colors, man. One thing about us Haitian people, we come in all colors, man. And our mamas know how to cook. So
that's a fact. That's a fact. I'll be saying this all the time. Like I'll be watching like all them like Haitian skits and stuff like that online, and I'm like, yo, how do we all have the same Zoe lady mama, bro? Like, how do we have the same trauma?
Especially when you try to go out and they say something's gonna happen.
I'm gonna live.
I'm gonna live. I had a dream.
Yo, I'm like, yo, was there like in Haiti? They all went to the same. There was like a Haitian manual, bruh. It had to be, bruh. It had to be, dog.
Like growing up, especially in that, like those cultures, it's a lot of folklore and a lot of generational things that they keep a lot. Like, even like my dad, my stepdad, and my mom, like. They ask their last name and they could tell you like where they from,
like,
what
where
area
you from.
they from.
They say, oh, you
they know.
I
knew.
Yeah, you from
there.
there.
You go tell a old Haitian person what your last name, boy. They gonna
No. I'm telling you, it was two things my mom would tell me before she would send me off to school. Before the school year started, she'd be like, she'd say to this day sometimes she'll still say it. She'd be like, if anyone asks you where your family from in Haiti, tell them mind their business. You know what I'm saying? And don't borrow nothing from no kid. Don't use nothing. Don't borrow that from nobody. Don't borrow nothing. Don't bring nothing home. What's that? Quack.
But one of the things that I pride myself in, when I watch TV or the shows and different, like posts that people make about. I was just watching my man on that was talking about Miami, like Pitbull. We was talking about like explaining to people like it's like Miami is Miami, man.
Right.
You know what I mean? We from the bottom. You know what I'm saying? We out
Miami's
here, Magic
not
City,
Ocala.
like.
It's not Florida.
Listen. I understand that my upbringing is Haitian, but I'm Miami, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
There you go.
305 Dade County too.
Yeah.
All the way
all
top
day.
to the bottom, bro.
All the way.
So because what we got from it is, part of what we came with, resiliency. It's just a continuation of that, being, firm on who you are, support your family and hold it down.
Yeah.
You hold things down.
Yeah.
And I was fortunate I got a chance to go to New York and, really New York, sculpted me like into a man, you know what I mean? Yeah. So a lot of sometimes, you'll feel that energy come from me because it's part of me.
Yeah.
So those influences, man, and anything you go through, you experience in life, you like the day that happened in 9/11, when that thing hit and the first building came down, I couldn't see because I was caught up in the whole thing. So we started hearing jets flying over our head.
Oh, wow. Okay, I don't want to cut you off, but before we go in there, what did you go to New York for?
College.
That was for school.
Yeah, when I left here, I went to New York for college.
Okay.
For communication.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And so I never knew how it felt to be like I saw people going to school with backpacks. I had a suit. I was going to the World Trade Center. And then when I would get off, one day I didn't have my suit. I took a Saturday class. Don't ever take a Saturday class.
That's a fact.
It's the worst thing ever. But anyway, so I had to go into the city and, I had my backpack and I was like, it was different. Like people dealt with me differently. I was like, wow. I was like, the stereo things that you hear, like you feel. You felt it. You felt the difference, being a strong, role model for my family and my kids is important to me. So I don't just walk around just doing regular stuff.
Yeah.
Can we say?
Yeah, you can talk. Yeah, you can talk. Yeah, you can talk.
I
How you
don't.
talk.
I don't do regular shit.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like I hold myself accountable. You know, you're not gonna see me out here wilding.
Right.
I got kids. I got people looking at me, watching me.
Right.
So that's important for us to get that. And you know, y'all reach out, man, and understand that you know this is not just about me promoting the brand. This is about us being here to support each other. I'm all about. You know, one of the things about surviving something like that is, you know, you have a little bit of survivor's remorse.
Yeah.
So you want to live for them. Like you want to live better. You want to try to do better. Doesn't mean that I don't make no mistakes. So don't get it twisted. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But you know, I just don't be all outside with it like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
So let's dive into that story. I know you went up to New York for college, and you was majoring in communication. So at that time, you were the chef thing wasn't. It was still a hobby. It wasn't like
that time. It was just what my mom did to get us through high school.
So I
wasn't even thinking about none of that. I was done with that.
You was okay.
So I was like, going
on the grind.
Yeah. So I just got my company to pay for me to go back and to finish my last year of school, and so that's why I was there. And and September 11 was going. It just hit.
And you were in what year? What semester? How long had you been in New York?
My third senior year.
Senior year.
So when the first building came down, I was already like on Wall Street area, like, and I was looking to see. I heard it on the radio in the car, and then I was like, "Did they just say the building just fell?" Or I thought it tipped over, though. Like honestly, because you know the buildings are tall. I don't know what's going on, so I'm thinking. At any given time, something could be falling on top of my head right now. I'm scrambling.
So you wasn't in the building. You was outside. You was walking around.
Yeah. So now I'm looking around to see if there's anybody that I knew. I couldn't see nobody, and then by that time, I just ran to the end of the block, and I just saw everything coming, and I just started running. I mean, just like. Adrenaline is real because my feet barely touched the ground. I don't know how I ran that fast, but I got down to the Staten Island ferry or whatever, and then I got engulfed in that. So I closed my eyes because you couldn't see nothing.
Yeah. So by that time, the first tower came down already.
Yeah. Before that, I was outside trying to get to the train. Couldn't get the trains was closed down. People was jumping out the
and
buildings.
Everybody was on the ground was just hysteric, like running around.
It was crazy.
Yeah.
People was jumping out the buildings. And I saw this lady walking with blood on her, but it wasn't her blood. It was like from people like jumping out it was like
Did you fully comprehend what was happening at that time?
At that point, yeah. But at first we didn't know what was going on. And then when the first building fell, we're looking at the we're listening to the jets flying. It's like loud, like jets flying everywhere. So we thought we was about to get bombed. We thought it was like another Pearl Harbor situation. So
right.
I thought it was a year and a half at the time, and I was just like, it was an interesting feeling because it's like separation from yourself. Like I like lift, like, you know, and I'm sure people can identify with that. Like I prayed and I let. I felt my soul like lift a little bit because I just was waiting for it, like the impact, like because it was like that, and then we started hearing waves of information coming in saying that no, those are our jets, and then finally made my way out of there, you know, ran, and yeah, they were selling bottles of water for about like $10 before they put. it was crazy, man. But yeah, man, that experience again, like I said. Not to dwell on it, but it just, you know, gave me a level of depth that just, you know, I'm not gonna stop. And nothing's gonna stop me, dog.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm fortunate to be in the situation that I'm in, working in emergency management, helping people when they most need it the most. So I'm grateful for that.
So, I mean, first of all, that's powerful, and you know, blessings to you, and you know what I mean? The fact that you was able to experience something like that, see the trauma and everything that happened that day, that's something that still affects
us as a nation.
Us as a nation. Nah, that's a fact. That's a fact.
I mean, I was ready to go fight. I I was hot.
Yeah.
I think everybody was. That's why. I don't know. I want to go back to that.
Yeah, and it affects and the fact, like you said, it affects everybody in different ways because like you said, people that was there, people that was close to it, people that lost people, it's just so it affects people in so many different ways.
And another thing that a lot of people don't understand is that once you get up to like the higher floors, 100 to 110 floor, the 110th floor, which is, when those people didn't make it. You understand what I'm saying? And those were the senior level executives that ran the, trade for the entire world. So when that hit, and then they were just starting to transfer a lot of those securities into digital. That's when it first started getting people scanning stuff like back then. So it's a lot of like files and important things that was lost. That's why that whole Enron situation that happened when they like robbed those people of all that money. Yeah, the checks and balances weren't there. That's how they were able to get away with all that. You know what I mean? So,
we're not gonna talk.
And that's deep.
Conspiracy
That's
now.
That's deep.
We can get into that conspiracy now.
That's deep. That's deep. But I do want to go over to Greg and just kind of during that time. I know y'all growing up together. Y'all went to school together. And how, as far as years, how many years are y'all separate?
3 years apart.
3 years apart. Okay. So it's having a brother only 3 years apart. Like, you know what I'm saying? I know it's like it's like that. How was growing up and kind of seeing your brother have shape and take his path? What was your path like? Did you have your own passions or did you want to get into the cooking field or you had some of your own things that you wanted to do?
Listen, you let Chef tell it. I was spoiled. You know what I mean? Because I was the little brother.
Right. That's the T-Fue. That's the T-Fue.
Man. We have an older brother who's 3 years older than him. So he's 6 years older than me.
Okay.
You're the baby.
Oh yeah, you're the baby.
Yeah.
You couldn't do nothing wrong.
Well, I wouldn't say that quite. I will say that I was fortunate enough to watch them because we had a stepdad, but that didn't go well. Right, I'm gonna leave it there. It didn't go well at all, and it wasn't a good situation. However, once my stepfather was gone, there was no father. There was nobody. There was no male role model. There was no male figure to teach us right from wrong. We're really just kind of fending for ourselves in a sense. And I give my older brother. My older brother gets a lot of grief because he's the oldest.
You're right.
And without a father, he's making all the mistakes. You know what I mean? And he's making them first. You know what I mean? And by the time it gets to him, he's cleaning the mistakes up a little bit, but he's still jacking it up. And so by the time it get to me, I'm a little more polished. Yeah. Because I'm watching them, and my mom would tell me like, "Uba wa kisa fue afe," and I'm like, "Yeah, I'm not doing that."
Right.
You know what I mean? So, my mom, as he said, she made a name for herself down here, and she was, doing a lot of weddings and catering a lot of events. Little did I know that she was pawning me off to like be. I've walked in at least 10 weddings in my life. Yeah, I got a son. He's good looking. Go ahead and let him walk in your wedding. Like real life. Like, share I don't know who they are. It doesn't matter. You're part of the package, man.
That's they always right there. Always auctioning you off.
Always. You know what I mean? So that in itself, like Mike said, we didn't really need for anything. We wanted a bunch of shit, but we didn't really need for anything. And my mom really worked hard, and just being able to watch her work hard that way is what drives us today. Because watching her and then the things that we were able to learn from mom and my aunt, it spoke a lot to us, and that's that's really the driving force behind how we move today.
Word. So when your brother left for college, did you feel like you had to step up even more?
Yeah, I mean, I was solo dolo.
Yeah.
At that point, the older brother was gone, and then he left. It was just me and mom for the next 3 years. You know what I mean? Until I was out. But it was inspiring. Just the other day, we were having a conversation. We were in Memphis, and I was telling him that I appreciated him for being the big brother that he's been. You know what I mean? Because, and I said, I didn't think I was going to repeat this because it was just a moment. We were getting ready to go somewhere, and I just let him know, like, I appreciate everything that he's done as a brother. You know, we don't always do the right thing. You know, sometimes we make mistakes, as he said. But all in all, I couldn't have asked for a better big brother. You know what I mean? So it's really an honor to have him as my big brother. So I continue to watch what he does, even when he fumbles. You know, I try to just stand in there with him.
For sure. We were at the pro day for my nephew, his son. So he want to act all bashful with his son.
Yeah, right.
Star running back for Memphis Tigers. So.
Yeah. Oh, that was the Memphis reference. I was gonna get into that. I was going, which I was in Memphis for. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Talk a little bit about, because I saw some highlights. I saw an interview that he did, and it was just like, yo. At first, I was like, "Is this his son?"
Yeah.
I see swole. I don't even think he had a shirt on in the interview.
It's like that.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
But when I tell you, you could tell, just well spoken, well mannered,
Great
just smart. You could tell he got his, good head on his shoulders. He has a clear vision on what he want to do, who he is, and what he want to become. Speak on that, man. How proud was you being in Memphis and being out there and seeing him for the pro day like that?
It was, I remember when he was younger, before we, because I always saw it in him. You know, when he started playing football when he was about 8, and I remember, like, every time he stepped on the football field, he was literally the best player on the field. And it was one of those things where, kids tend to think that you tell them shit because you're their parent.
Right.
Nah, I don't move like that. If you ain't got it, I'm gonna tell you, nah, man. You can do it for fun, because I think, organized sports is a good way to teach kids, a lot of things. Teamwork, organizational skills, and just, social skills also,
Yeah.
And, but I knew from a long time ago that he was like that, and that he would think that, oh, Dad, I'm just a regular kid. I said, nah, bro, you're not a regular person, bro. You're just not. But he's so humble.
Right.
So humble. His mom is Dominican, and we're no longer together, but he has a stepfather, great guy. We all get along. It's no issues at all. And being able to watch him go through all the, it hit different when you in it, because you watch people on TV who play any sport professionally. You don't always, and I hate how there's so much criticism when it comes to these athletes. Yeah. Right? Like, who was it? Drake said, you wasn't with me shooting in the gym, right? Right. You don't know the sacrifices, the missed vacations, the missed family events, the missed. You're missing so much because you're dedicating your life to this craft, and to see, if you saw the interview, he got emotional. Yeah. Because it's like we realized that day was the day. Like, this is it. Because you worked so hard to get to this day to prepare and showcase your skills. And, I try not to be proud, because, I listened to J. Cole say pride was a devil, and sometimes it can be. You listen, that song hit real hard. Yeah. So I'm so happy for him. Yeah. And, because he's chased his dreams, but he had a bunch of people pushing him too. Right. You know what I mean? And it's like an out-of-body experience to be able to watch him live out his dreams in the moment. And now he's ready for the draft. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, he has an agent. Nothing I'm saying is not documented, right? The Chargers called him out for a top 30 visit. Nice. Right. Again, I'm not going to say anything that's not public, so that's already public, right? So that doesn't mean that the Chargers are going to draft him. I'm not trying to say that. But he's getting recognized, and people know who he is. He's not just, like I said, he's not a regular person. And he does music, too. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah. We're going to have to get into that. We got to get him up here. He shot a song
out here, too. He was born in Miami. So.
Okay. We're going to have to get him out here. We're going to have to get him up to the station.
Sure.
But, so, it's obvious that, you even spoke about just, like, the things that people don't see, that he had to endure to get to where he is. Yeah. He saw that, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. With his father, with his uncles, with his family,
for sure.
So he understands that, and that's what we dive into when I started this show. And when he talk about work in progress. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because we are all continuously a work in progress, and a lot of the work that we put in where people don't see. That's the shit that matters.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Let me tell you, I think what you've done with that is extremely profound.
Thank you.
And that is what led me to want to come and just like share my skill set, and really, you know, build something with you in the relationship. Because, and another thing I will say about you on live is that you're a man of your word.
Yeah.
And that means a whole heck of a lot
Yeah.
in this day and age. You know, people say a lot of things, but you know, when I reached out to you, you hit me within 10 minutes. I wasn't even expecting for you to hit me back that quick, honestly. You know, you was gonna work it out or figure it out, whatever we were talking about, and you hit me back in 10 minutes. That left a lasting impression on me, and it's really impacted me in a way, in a positive way, in how I'm moving, because I want to be, even though I'm like that, but I want to ensure that I set that tone and move in that way.
Yeah,
So
respect,
I commend
for
you
sure.
that.
No, thank you. I appreciate that. That's you know
Yeah.
that's something that's, you know, like you fellas is embedded in me. You know what I'm saying? It's something that I learned from my dad. You know, my old boy was just how he moved was militant. You know what I'm saying? He always moved militant. What he said is what he said, and what he did is what he
Said what I
did.
said.
Yeah, you know. So that's something that's embedded in me. But over the years, I intentionally worked on it and
Building that.
and building it up.
Yeah.
You know, because especially in this field, it's
Yeah.
so rigorous. It's so
Yeah.
you come across so many fakes,
It's
so
a
many
lot of
this.
wishy-washy.
It's a lot of wishy-washy.
of that.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I made sure, like, you know, I don't want to move like that, and I made sure that even when I've been snaked and people, you know, did, you know,
Right.
shit to me, it didn't affect how I moved with people that I
Right.
have a
Connected
genuine
with.
connection with.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, I'm not gonna let what someone else did, you know what I'm saying, change the way that I know. Like, nah, I fuck with them. I fuck with
Right.
Buddy. Or we could really shake something. I'm not gonna let what happened to me change that. You feel me?
right.
I'm still be a man.
It's amazing.
I'm gonna stand on that. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? And the people who, you know what I'm saying, who don't, they don't. But you can't say I didn't.
Right.
You feel me?
That part.
Tell him a little bit about, because with his, you know, the way he's building up people. Tell him a little bit about kind of like your mindset about legacy builders.
Yeah.
Which is a you know, that's a powerful name in itself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. You know, Legacy Builders was born, you know, with my brother and I, and the whole concept is, you know, whether you move with intention or not, you're gonna leave a legacy. No matter, if you're not doing anything, that's your legacy. You just ain't do shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And when you talk about leading with intention and moving with intention, is really what led us to this point. You know, because we wouldn't be here without.
That's how we met you.
Yeah.
Being
yeah.
intentional.
No,
Yes,
for sure.
like-
For sure. For sure.
Even like getting there was like moving with intention.
Yeah.
Right. And you know that's what the Legacy Builders podcast is really about: is highlighting people who are doing things and moving in a positive way and leaving a lasting impact. Because again, there are the things that you guys are doing right now. There's people listening to you that you probably don't know, never met, probably never will, but they watching you and they see you and they hear you.
Yeah.
You know, you're having an impact that you're gonna have an impact on generations you'll never meet. And when someone told me that, I realized how powerful that was because, you know, for example, I was talking to my niece and, you know, I mentioned the name and how much the name means to me and how, and it's not just because it's my name, but it is because it's my name, right? So I was having a conversation with my niece and she was telling me how, like, yeah, she had a conversation with a coworker and about their name because of how I was having a conversation with her. So again, I'll never meet the coworker, I'll never know that person, but that person was touched by something I did, something I said.
Right.
So that in itself made me really start to think about, man, like if I can have that type of impact, I need to be doing something right, right? Because you don't want to leave a negative impact on people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's the whole mindset, is leaving a lasting legacy and moving with intention, right? And sometimes you don't always feel your best self.
Right.
You know, and you watch, you hear my son's journey, and my brother and I were talking about it. You know, sometimes you go through stuff and you don't feel like your best self. You don't feel like that person that you know you used to looking at in the mirror. And I oftentimes when he was going through, because his journey, talking about Greg Jr., his journey started off as a walk-on. He had 10 offers to like colleges that weren't D. He only had one D1 offer. But he wanted to prove himself. And I said, yo, let's walk on. Wherever, it doesn't matter, because there's walk-ons that made it to the NFL.
Yeah.
And look at him now. He's made a name for himself. You know what I mean? So just being that way and knowing that I can have such a positive impact on somebody, it forces me to move in the right way. Because the last thing I want is to have mud on your name, or you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's like you said, the compliment he just paid you.
Yeah.
Right? Like you real, like you a man of your word. You said when we called you, I'll be there in 2 minutes. 2 minutes later, you walk through the door.
Yeah.
There you
go.
go. Like, something so
He
simple.
asked me. He said, so how much time you think he actually gonna be here?
The clock was on.
I said, last time I talked to him, he said he was 10 minutes away.
And I said, was that 8 minutes ago? He was like, yeah, it was.
I think it was about 8 minutes.
And it's not even, I'm not even looking at my time, you know what I'm saying? I'm just like, I know these streets.
You know the streets, exactly.
I experienced it with him at least 3 times already. But to like close out what you were saying, man, first I'll say that, you can get inspiration from people that you don't really expect it. My nephew inspired me to get back in shape, to focus on being a healthy, leader in our family, and so I could be here for my kids and my family and my wife, so I'm excited about that. But part of the legacy builders piece also is to look at leaders in the community. So what I'm going to be working on, like with you, is let's reach out to people that are doing positive things and leading things in the community, and let's showcase them, and let's build opportunities where I can bring my skill set. We can connect with other people and do something really meaningful and showcase what they're doing, so people can see what's really happening here in Dade County. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's big.
And Broward County.
Absolutely.
To say one more
Absolutely.
thing, when I mentioned how sometimes you look in the mirror, you don't always feel like, because whatever the circumstances of your day are, or whatever the circumstances of your surroundings or your job situation or whatever it is, I would often tell my son that just because you don't, you're a lion. Don't ever forget that you're a lion. Mm-hmm. And for women out there, you're a lioness. Just because you may be in a cage, you may feel like you caged up, don't ever let that make you feel like you're not who you really are.
Yeah.
So dig deep, so that's something that we talk about, because some days we don't have, he might not have it or I might not have it, but you know what, we'll pick each other up.
Yeah.
And even if you don't have that person to call you and say, hey man, get up, you gotta look in the mirror and dust yourself off.
You gotta dust yourself off, yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. Now that's the importance of community and also, like you said, having that within you. You know what I'm saying? Because people won't galvanize around you if you don't lift yourself up first.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you gotta have that for yourself, and then you gonna have that community that come around you. But man, I would be remiss if I didn't, you know what I'm saying, like this the position that I'm in right now to have an impact. I mean, I've been an artist, you know what I'm saying, like for majority of, like my career or whatever. So, being in front of a mic, being on stage, that's always been me.
Easy.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But having this opportunity to put on a new hat, sit in front of a different mic and extend my legacy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I would be remiss if this man right here, if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have the opportunity to be here. You know what I'm saying? To be sitting in this position. If he wasn't the man that he was, you know what I mean? Because like he could tell you, like, a year ago, I was part of a group. I was sitting on the other side of this table. You know what I'm saying? And when things didn't pan out, the people that was here already was here way before me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He knew them way before me.
Right.
And when that situation didn't work out, he could have chose a side or tell me, you know what I'm saying? I could have been out of there too. You feel me? But when you just the person that you are, you know what I mean?
It speaks volumes.
It speaks volumes.
Yes.
And this man is just, from day one, he taught me how to work the boards. You know what I mean? He taught me what it was to to really operate, here, you know what I'm saying, without anybody. Like, I seen this, trusted me in the studio by myself, come open up, you know what I'm saying, do a show, lock up, you know what I mean, to have that trust in me. Like, I just, from day one, I was just like, nah, like, I want to make sure you know what I mean, like, really, really make them proud and really be a part of the family here at Excitement Radio. And like I said, man, just the trust and the belief that he got in me, I wouldn't be here if he didn't, Ben Hop didn't show
shout
that.
to Ben
So
Hop.
shout out to
you
Ben
can
Hop,
tell
for
the
real.
difference from when somebody playing and somebody serious.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I see you guys walking here. Listen, my partner right there, she's actually on the way. She'll be here in a few minutes.
Let's shout Will
She
late
just hit me-
too.
she
That's
just hit me
another
up.
that's another Haitian American.
That's my other
late
Haitian
eyes.
partner. But her mom is also a chef.
Nice.
And her mom caters food and does a lot of food stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So she'll be the first one to like break stuff down. And she taught me a lot. Like she'll be like, "Oh, you," and I'm looking at this setup. I'm like, "Oh yeah, they serious. They serious." So at the end of the day, like I said, you can tell when somebody's serious, somebody mean business, when somebody's really about their business. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, Alcee was definitely about his business, and that's why he kept doing what he was doing. So, and I see you guys are about this business. I'm trying to trying to see what you gonna say.
Yeah, we
when
gonna
we gonna taste this, man. That's what I'm waiting for.
Yes,
You didn't see this. When y'all wasn't looking, he was sitting
like-
on his hand.
I'm trying to give him signals
I'm joking, but I can feel the energy.
No, I'm trying to give him the signal like, yo.
No,
like,
no.
What you doing, dog?
Let's get into it. I want, you know what I'm saying, Chef Michel to tell us, what he got for us today. And,
What's on the
and
menu
What's
right
on the
there?
menu?
What's on the
And
menu?
What you got today,
you know what I'm
Chef?
saying? We gonna get into it.
I want to shout my mom out because she came through, hollered at me today. So she went out and got me some things. But today what we have is we're gonna have the I'm gonna
You don't even
lead.
know
I'm
where to
gonna
start.
lead.
You don't even know where to start.
Right. I'm gonna lead with the lumpy. If you ever had stew conch,
That
like,
boy got lumpy.
I know people in Miami, they know about the conch and they do the conch salad and all that. Well, Haitians, man, we do like a
Make love to it.
like a Creole stew,
Yes, the
conch,
stew.
you
Yes.
gotta pressure cook that down. I had to beat it down with a mallet. You gotta take your time. You gotta really put in that work to get.
Yes.
And it's an aphrodisiac, you know what I'm saying? So it keeps a man strong. So we got that. And I got a Mediterranean salad with feta cheese, and strawberries, and I think I put some apples in there. So we got that with some Greek dressing. And then we also have the stew turkey that I told you. So basically, it's like turkey leg. Now, oh my goodness, I make a turkey leg with maple glaze habanero. That's for another time. But this is the stew turkey. It's amazing. And then of course I have a white wine lemon garlic butter shrimp, Argentinian wild caught shrimp, and so that with cilantro. That's also amazing. And then, of course, we're trying to do a little healthier. So we did the quinoa collé, so the national Haitian rice, but we did it with quinoa. So
That's different.
That's what we got. We also have 2 charcuterie boards, really looking amazing back there. So we have a little appetizer to lead us in.
So let me ask you, how long is the preparation time for this right here? Like, this is like what? You got to wake up early in the morning to do this? Like,
Yeah, I was at Restaurant Depot at like first thing this morning to get that conch. Cause
Okay.
I wanted to be
Fresh.
right, and the shrimp and everything. So certain things you just gotta do. The turkey I had already had from before that I bought yesterday, and then everything is really today.
okay.
And one of the things with me, I try to. It's better to marinate certain things.
Okay.
I believe in marinade, but I just be having so much stuff going on. I like to have my flavor like boom. So I create everything like in time. But I want to be able to
real
marinate
time.
more. Yeah, but we're all about using all natural. I don't know what a can look like. I don't
Nothing comes from a can.
Yeah.
So no corn from the can, no what they call that, string beans and all that from the can.
I don't, bro.
God forbid.
Cannot do it.
There you go.
No.
I don't do beans in the can. I don't, nothing in the can. And then, so what I've been learning too in my health journey is to just kind of stay away from the middle of the grocery
The
store.
store, right.
Outside.
Outside.
Stay on the
I'm
outside.
On the outside.
I mean, so when I'm doing my fasting, so what I'm doing with the meal plan that I got coming, personally, I'm gonna be doing a 2-day fast per week to maintain myself. But I'm going to incorporate, like, if people want to do like maybe like a 12-hour fast or
16
eat, like,
hours,
maybe
different.
16 hours. So I'm gonna create different options for you. But it does give your body a chance to like rest and reset.
I haven't eaten since Tuesday.
Yeah, and it also gives you a sense of mental clarity as well.
Right.
So what it does too is give you your caloric intake. It brings it down, so that way when you do eat, I'm not on a diet.
Right.
Like I eat what I want.
Yeah.
I am eating healthier options. Like I do the meatballs, the Creole meatballs.
Yeah. The boulette.
Boulette.
Yes,
The boulette,
sir.
dog.
Forget about it.
Something that seemingly so simple.
Yeah.
Is one of the best things that I make. The oxtail, I don't want to talk about oxtail because I feel like it's lost. I mean, everybody loves it, but everyone's doing it now.
Yeah,
But
I know what you mean.
I mean, that's one of my favorite things to make.
Yeah.
And king crab.
You definitely making the Twitter, not Twitter, but the TikTok live. They lit right now. They
Send them a plate.
getting
They're like,
hungry.
yo, let
For
me get a
real,
plate.
for real.
We're gonna have to host an event where we invite all y'all guests come through.
Yes.
And then, we'll give y'all the price point and all that. Y'all come through and how. This is not make believe.
Not make believe.
I promise you.
This is a real life situation, Konya. We have right here, man.
Yeah, and the Haitian food that I make don't exist because
He's telling the truth.
I'm making it my own way.
He's telling the truth, and it's elevated. One thing that I want to make sure that y'all understand, it's elevated. When he sent me this menu, I felt like I was at a 5-star restaurant.
Right.
It wasn't your typical, it's elevated. It has, it's done with it's someone we ain't gonna say, but he told me somebody called his menu bougie the other day. Fuck it is fuck it, yeah. So what? So what? So what? You know what I'm saying? That shit good, yeah. So the fuck what? You know what I'm saying? That's what Z's are. We elevated. You know what I'm saying? You feel me?
You know that.
Yeah.
I'll be honest
Haitians,
with
we get a
you.
little bougie. We foreign.
Yo, even with like
That part.
I've been all over the world, bro.
Right.
Like, I went to Europe, went to Italy, and I'm not like, it's not for nothing, but ain't nothing better than Haitian food.
Ain't nothing better. Nothing.
I haven't
Nothing.
tasted
And Cuban
Nothing.
food, I love Cuban food because I feel like
love
it's
Dominican
similar.
food,
I think
all that, but
Dominican,
nothing. Jamaican food, but
I love the island food. The islands, we just
like
that.
crazy.
We just different.
But
We just different.
everybody
We
know
just different.
that we got it, bro.
We got
Everybody
it.
knows.
We got it.
They all know.
Hey, listen, with that being said, we finna go into, our commercial break. We gonna pay some bills. We gonna eat. You feel me? We gonna play some music for y'all. And then, we gonna dig into, this special meal that the chef has prepared for us. And we'll come back and we gonna talk about it and close out. All right? You already know it's the work
get
in
some
progress.
reactions here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I truly understand what people may say. They believe to think how we think is far from okay. But I believe it's never okay to abandon your dreams. And it just so happens that our dream is to lift up a holy king. See, this is my life, my choice, and I choose to lift up my hands. And please don't be alarmed if when the music comes on, I begin to my soul in God alone.
Rest 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 my soul in God.
For He is my rock and my salvation. Hey, never to be shaken. Rest my soul in God alone.
Rest my soul in God alone.
I will put my trust in God alone.
I will put my trust in God.
He is my rock, and my salvation. Woo! Never to be shaken. Love. And one thing He has said, and two things I have heard. Yeah. That you, oh Lord, are strong. You are loving. Yeah. One thing He has said. He has said. Two things I have heard. You, oh Lord, are strong. You are loving. I will put my trust in God.
I will put my trust in God
I
alone.
will put my trust in God.
I will put my trust in God.
He is my rock, hey, and my salvation. Never
Never to be shaken.
for He is my rock,
Salvation.
never.
Never to be shaken.
Rest my soul in God.
Rest my soul in God.
Rest my soul in God. We declare it, Lord. Rest my soul in God. We will rest my soul in God.
Take me to the King. I don't have much to bring. My heart's torn in pieces. It's my offering. Take me to the King. Truth is, I'm tired. Options are few. I'm trying to pray, but where are you? I'm all churched out, hurt and abused. I can't fake what's left to do. Come on. Truth is, I'm weak, no strength to fight, no tears to cry. Even if I tried, but still my soul refuses to die. much to breathe. My heart's torn to pieces. It's my offering. Lay me at the throne. Leave me there. Leave me there alone. I wanna gaze upon your glory. Sing to you. To sing to you. Take me to the King. Take me to the King. Take me to the King.
Oh, hey. Hey, man, manja album, man.
Hey.
Man, oh, man. Listen. Woo! What can I say to just off rip, man? Just,
Like we boys now.
man, for real. Like we was like back at the crib, you know what I'm saying? Like food ready, you know, manger paye, vin manger. You know what I'm saying? Everybody came to eat. Man, feel like Thanksgiving up in here, bruh, just now.
Kind of
Shy
black.
made it.
Yeah, Shy Will made it. She in the building. Shy in the building. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. Ooh, wee. Man, it's like a big family in here though. You know what I'm saying? And
Big facts.
when I say, man, like everything to the T, one thing that I just can't get over is how, like I was saying, how light it feels. You know what I'm saying? Having the quinoa, you know, instead of, you know, the rice, you still didn't miss a beat.
Right.
It's everything. Flavor's still there. You got the shrimp, man. I jumped into the shrimp. Describe it. It's the butter what shrimp?
It's white wine, lemon,
White
butter,
wine.
garlic with cilantro.
Remember when I said, you know what I'm saying? It's elevated. It's elevated. You feel me?
Yes.
And then just the lumpy.
You know we had to put some APs in there.
Epice, of course. Hey, come on, man. Come on,
Lemon
man.
butter with APs. Okay?
Come on, man. Epice, that never leave. I never leave. And yo, I want to say, man, the lumby never had lumby like that. Ever.
I was waiting.
Ever. Never had lumby like that. The tenderness, I was ready to, you know, put
Something
my
like-
jaw to work a little bit.
Because
with the lumby.
it be like that sometimes.
You know what I'm saying? It is
Double
cool.
check.
That was funny as hell. He's
Yo,
right about that.
yo, you know, I was ready to get
That's
my
funny.
chew on, but it was not. It's tender.
It's like what you would hope it to be.
Right.
Yeah.
So like now I can't undo it. I can't have it no. I can't have it no other. Sorry, pops. I know that's my dad's favorite thing to make is lumby, but sorry, man. You know, and man, the stool, turkey, man. When I tell you bone, just another pause, sucking the bone, just like the juices, the flavor, even after it's done. Nah, everything with love, bruh. With love. Man, Ben Hop, what you think? He's still eating.
Listen, I don't know if you can hear me on the mic, but I'm gonna tell you right now. You're right about the lumpy. Listen, like I said, I'm Haitian. I got mothers mothers-in-laws, and mothers, because my mother-in-law is Bahamian. Like, they come from the Bahamian side, and she threw a mean
Yeah.
stew crumb.
They know how to do that. Yeah.
She does a mean one, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you, yours is good, boy.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm telling you, the food is good. I love me some turkey, so that's like one of my favorite things. You know what I'm saying? And what do you call the rice? What do you call
The
that?
quinoa.
I never
Quinoa
had it,
Kool-Aid.
but I like that, and I think I might need to tell my wife to do that because, like you said, that's a better
Yeah. And the-
alternative to eating the rice.
What you do is you flavor it the way you would flavor your rice. Yeah. And you just it's equal parts. So if you do
Right.
1 cup, you just add 2 cups of water. Yeah.
Man,
I'm glad I came to the show tonight.
yeah. I wanna ask you what is your favorite thing? Your personal favorite thing to make?
Like my favorite thing is to make is, you know, the red snapper. That's our like classic thing that we make. But, you know, like I said, the oxtail, it's just because when you eat the oxtail, after you went through all what it took to make it, because I've seen people make the oxtail a lot of different ways, but I basically create my own broth while I'm making it first, and then I take the broth out and let the fat content make it get its color with the tomato paste and with the tomato paste and everything. So that way I don't use any browning, I don't use anything that's like chemical based. And then like the gravy of the oxtail, because of the caramelization, it can't be. It's hard to beat that. You know what I
Why
mean?
they keep putting molasses in it? Sorry, I just had to ask. Why they do that?
I don't know.
So that's the fake people that make it. Huh?
Yeah, well, I want to say that because I know our sister islands or cousins, they use the browning. I was taught how to bring the color. In the Caribbean, we don't like eating any chicken or anything that looks kind of like pale. So I learned. Now, one of the things I've seen a lot of people do is, and I've done it when I'm in a rush or if I'm in a place where in a hotel I can't really do what I need, and I season the meat, the protein, and then you could use it on a grill or griddle, and then like get the color, get the color of the meat, and then you can kind of like do the sauce and then add it to it. So I seen a lot of chefs and a lot of people doing it that way. Old school, I get the the iron pot, with pop the sugar and the what I mean, and the tomato paste and the oil and just like get that. You gotta get that on to work. That's why when somebody orders some Haitian food, it's a lot that go into our cooking.
Yeah,
you know what I
it
mean?
is. It is.
But
it is.
I'm all with elevating and learning how to do things in the right way. I don't like cutting corners, but I will, something makes sense. Like the air fryer, oh my God, modern marvel.
Yeah.
Modern marvel.
Yeah.
I do use the air fryer sometimes, but the bun and per se, like,
Ooh.
oh my God, that's a whole nother thing.
That's a whole nother thing. When listen,
I have to use a deep fryer. I have to have my deep fryer for my fish.
Because
and my bun
I feel like you got to take it to the original,
crib,
to the
dog.
crib.
Yeah.
Nah, for sure,
Yeah.
for sure. I would say, man, in every bite you can taste how unique it is to your style.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Even though it's familiar, I know I'm eating Haitian food. It's a twist. There's a difference to it. So it's unique to your style. Man, I could tell you taking the time to really perfect your craft.
For sure.
You know what I mean? Like you said, when they eat this food, they gonna know it came specifically from you.
Massacre.
They know it came specifically from you. Yo.
Poussière.
Man, listen, I wanna close out by saying, man, like how I started it, we gotta do this more often with each other.
For sure. 100.
You know what I'm saying? We have to continue to build with each other within our community. We see what's going on in our homeland. We see what's going on, you know what I'm saying, with us around the world. And
That's a fact.
we need to take a script. I don't care if y'all bleep me or X me out. Just like what the Jews do and how they work together, we need to do business with each other more. Trust each other more, you know what I'm saying? And we got to lead by example.
Right. But it goes back to what we were saying about accountability. We're going to work with each other, but be accountable.
Absolutely.
Be accountable. And it's not to say that, whatever, but, my brother, we talk all the time. It's like, okay, I was supposed to be here at 6, or 6, whatever it was. I was here. And it's about being present and treating each other with respect.
Absolutely.
And if I make a mistake, I can, stand up on it, and say,
We call each other out on our mistakes all the time.
My bad.
That's a must.
My bad.
Yeah.
And take ownership and then just fix it.
Yeah, yeah. And as, as men, like, I feel like that's extremely important. We have to call each other out. We have to make each other accountable. That's the only way we grow and get better.
in a positive way.
In a positive way. That's
You
it's.
know,
I mean,
'cause-
I think it's. I mean, if you, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
But
'Cause
like,
don't
if-
try me.
Right.
You know what I mean?
No,
But
for sure.
It's
for
like,
sure. For
you know,
sure.
you don't have to try me to tell me, hey, man, you know, you slipped up on that.
No, for
You
sure.
know, tighten up. Like my brother's tight. We tighten each other up all the time. Like he said, we ain't had no real father figure. Like we raised ourselves
We're our own
from
fathers.
that standpoint. Because my mom was like, you know, holding us down. But in terms of like becoming a man, watching, you know, making the mistakes, but you know, shortening the curve. You know, like for instance, we're here now. With the future is whatever is happening beyond this point, we're creating it.
Yeah, with intentionality.
Like Miami will never be the same because now Chef Michelle is in the building.
Yeah.
talking
Yeah.
about?
Yeah.
Part.
Dade County.
Dade County in the
305,
building.
baby.
305.
Miami, New Orleans.
Big facts.
Shout out to my homeboys and my Vikings. Holla.
Yeah, man. Y'all see it, man. Big 305 in the building. We made history in here today. Before y'all leave, man, shout out your Graham. Let the people know where to find you. Website, whatever you got to feed the fans, feed it to them.
I mean, I'm here on basically on Twitter, right? TikTok and Instagram right now. So you can just find me as Chef Michel, Michel. And then the last name is D like David, ESROSIERS. As soon as you type in Chef Michel, and it's not LLE, it's MICHEL, you're gonna see my beautiful face just pop up on there. And then you'll be like, oh, that's the guy.
Yes.
Yeah.
And for me, it's you can find me at Legacy Builders, and that's on same thing TikTok, Instagram, Legacy Builders, and Builders is spelled with a 3 instead of an E at the end, so it's LEGACYBUILD3RS.
Okay. Anything for us to look out for with the podcast?
Yeah, man. You know, we got a episode with Epps coming up soon.
Okay.
We gotta get, you know, we had a little snafu last time, but Epps, my bad. We're gonna make that work. You know, the growing pains, man. But yeah, just trying to get out here, man. Honestly, and get in front of people who are, like I said, doing positive things, bro. So honestly, you gotta be up next. You know what I mean?
Man, whenever, man. You already know.
There you
Shoot
go.
the holla. You know. You already know I'm pulling up.
Yes, sir.
ASAP.
Yeah.
And
Yes,
and
sir.
one of the
ASAP.
things that we also want to do, and I'm going to be showcasing, is working with young adults and kids. I'm creating a menu for kids so they can have fun in the kitchen. If you see some of the things I'm doing, my kids got me doing all kind of color pancakes and waffles. I look like Picasso, but it's all like natural based food coloring. It's not like chemical. And everything is mostly natural things that we use, but it's working with, listening to them and hearing what they say. You know, my biggest fan is my 7-year-old daughter. You know, I go by Status. You know, it's a moniker I use to help motivate me. And she's
screaming Chef Status
Don't
all
matter
around
if I
the
say
house.
Chef Michelle. She said, "Okay, let's do Chef Status." But you know, we want to connect with the youth athletes, the folks that are out there, and their experience now. We are the diaspora. You know, we're here. We supporting our families back home, but the folks that are now experiencing what it is to come from Haiti or from other nations and being here and trying to figure out a way. Let's get together and make some moves.
Let's do it. Again, man, this was episode 9. Special episode. It's already going down in history, man. Right before episode 10. You know, that's the landmark.
Nine is a special number too.
Nine is a special number. You know what I mean? You already know. If you know, you
Nine
know.
is divine.
No, you're not.
9 is divine.
Nine is divine.
Listen, y'all. Y'all already know where to find me. Alce GTW on everything. That's ALCE GTW. You know the GTW stands for Go to Work. That's the brand. And this is the Work in Progress podcast. Thank y'all for tapping in with me. I see y'all next week, man, for episode 10. I done made it to 10, y'all. They kept me. I made it. That means extended contract here. Let's go. Let's go.
Let's do it.
season that we're in is very difficult. We are all praying, asking for a miracle. Lord, please come and have your way in this situation, I know through you there's no limitation. So many people need help, they need liberation. Many are depressed, taking medication. But I'm patiently waiting, I'm still praying. Use me to tell the whole world of your beauty. Use me, this is Renzo B.A. yours truly. Use me to bring hope to this world through these trying times. Use me, Heavenly Father, please use me. I can never do it on my own, so I call on you on the floor. Oh Lord, please, I won't waste your time. Use me to shed your light. I can never do it on my own, so I call on you on the floor. Oh Lord, please, I won't waste your time. Use me to shed your light, See, we're all gonna overcome. Trust and believe that all hope has gone. Lean on my Lord to his word. Hold on to my brothers and my sisters. Yeah, we got to stay strong. We got to lean on our own understanding. Don't think about death, it won't happen. Be